Oh, Joshua, we have the same socks. Nope, lies.
Those are my socks.
You did that to yourself. You're doing great.
Why won't you get? I bought you some socks when we were in New Orleans.
Is that my water?
It doesn't even matter. Women don't want their stuff. They
literally
want
bought-
your stuff. I bought her socks because
This is the
obviously
intro.
it's a sock problem. But
Hey, y'all, so listen. This week we are in Charlotte, hence the background.
hence Melissa sitting on this side of the bed so she can be warm.
It's all of these things that are occurring. So what we want to do, of course, as always, is shout out our sponsor for the tour, the Love and Laugh Hour tour, and that is African Pride. You will get a full-size box with all of these wonderful, great products, and I get testimonials all of the time from people who actually use the samples, and they say that it is amazing. And FYI, I'm thinking about going natural again. Pray my strength. We'll figure it out. In the meantime, between time, if you're interested in winning this box, please, all you have to do is comment. We're going to go with YouTube again, and all you have to do is comment African Pride. We'll randomly pick a winner, send you out a box, and that's it.
I'm trying to win a box too. Let's start the show.
All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Love Hour podcast. I'm your host, MrsKevOnStage, and I'm joined by my husband and co-host,
The GreenChef.
and we have here a very special guest. His name is Jason Fredericks. He is Kevin's older brother.
The brother of GreenChef.
Okay.
The Jason.
Say hello to the peoples.
Hello to the people. Love Hour. I'm very happy to be here. First time. Very America.
First time caller, long time listener.
Right. So we're gonna get into a pretty heavy episode. So I don't know, maybe have a box of Kleenex with you.
We're not gonna cry. I'm not crying. I didn't want to do this episode, so I'm not gonna feel my feelings. I will not be vulnerable. No.
All right. So what we're gonna do, as always, is start with the this or that question. Are you guys ready?
No.
This-
I say yes.
Okay. This is all right. Shout out to Kurt Franklin.
You're-
This is a submitted that or this. I said it right.
Thank you, Lissa.
People have been getting on me about it. Okay, here we go. Would you rather be effortlessly, breathtakingly gorgeous for the rest of your life at any age, but no matter what you do, you cannot break $25,000 a year?
Oh shoot.
Or be extremely rich, making 7 to 8 figures effortlessly, but absolutely unattractive for the rest of your life?
Make me ugly.
If you are attractive and broke, hold on before you get to your
Make
question.
me something ugly.
Nothing will help you make more money. Not modeling, marriage, or extracurricular activities.
You just walking around pretty.
You just
Or handsome.
know. Yes.
Stop.
No matter what you do or who you do it with, you will still individually and or collectively never break $25,000. That is your ceiling. If you are extremely wealthy but unattractive, you cannot use any of your money. You cannot use any or anyone else's for favors to have done on your face or body or alterations made to your appearance ever. You guys are amazing. Love your podcast and blogs. So much needed and appreciated. We love you. And happy anniversary. Thank you. All right, your answers, please.
Who's first?
I'll be ugly.
You're going to be broke.
Bro, I'll be
you'll
rich,
be rich
and
but
ugly because money shapes the way people see you.
Ain't no
Money,
ugly millionaires.
Power.
I'm cute. That was
Jay-Z.
Jay-Z. I was going there.
Ain't no ugly billionaires. I'm cute.
He said billionaires. Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Lil Wayne, Seal. There's a lot of ugly men who make like I don't even know how handsome I am. But shoot, me and
You're
Pretty ain't.
handsome.
I'm cool. My beard don't fill in all the way. But no, and that's more to life than being handsome.
True.
People without
Like
who
money?
aren't handsome or have better personalities, they're more fun to be around. Pretty people just be like, oh, look at me, I'm pretty, I'm handsome.
Okay, so that's your answer.
Yeah, make me
Broke.
ugly.
I mean, wealthy but ugly.
Yes.
Yep.
Jay?
I'll be a dog.
We
I
fail
know,
for
right.
Joshua.
Man, get the money. The money is the power.
Okay, money is the power. I think I'm gonna go with. I think I am too. I don't know that I really. Actually, I don't know.
You would not be pretty for $25K.
I'm trying to think of the life that you can have for $25,000.
You can't.
We made that money before.
That's what I'm saying.
we didn't
Remember when Lisa worked in the lunchroom at the kids' school?
Yeah,
You have the hairnet?
With the hairnet on. That's what
You ain't gonna do no $25,000.
Why would you say that?
Because we made that money. We were first married.
But do I ever experienced this life? No. If I only know the life of $25,000,
What will being pretty do for you?
I don't know.
Get you the billionaire that's ugly.
No, you can't use it for your personal gains.
It's not personal gains.
It is personal gains.
It's looks. If I look upon a woman and
you
see
can't
the
know.
25,000, I shall take her unto you.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go with ugly.
I shall take her to me. Nah,
At least then I can do what I want to do.
Yeah, now I do what I want. Now I do what I want.
Yeah, we're gonna go with that. Okay, so final answers that are in. So
Ugly,
now,
ugly.
we're all just over
Oh,
here.
I think
Yeah,
when you
no.
get to a certain age and you understand the
That's
value
true.
of money,
Yes.
you know, then you realize that looks aren't everything, and that you can be, for men, you can be a provider. You can do everything that you want to do as a man. It's gonna go beyond the looks. So,
Beauty ain't a personality.
right.
Beauty's not a personality,
And
but what I
beauty
was
is subjective.
it is, but what I think what I was like kind of struggling with is the idea that sometimes beauty is power. Like pretty privilege is a thing.
Oh, for sure.
But in her like, let me explain, she kind of took away the power that is
Yes.
beauty. So then you lose that.
Beauty's only skin deep. Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Okay, here we go. Ready?
Oh.
Kevin has all types of anxiety about this episode.
I ugly cried so bad on that Periscope when I was talking about Jay.
Yeah.
I don't want to feel that way.
What we're gonna do today is
We're not
don't
gonna
cry,
do it.
Kev.
I'm not crying.
I'm not gonna cry either.
He's my brother and I love him like my son.
Here's my brother and I love him like myself.
What was that on?
Brother to
Brother,
brother
brother,
on
yes.
BT.
I remember.
They were trying to be new pop stars, and them dudes were like 35.
They were fighting
What?
and stuff.
Right.
That was terrible.
We thought they were gonna make it. They were like, hold up, y'all are 35?
But they
Off
they
the
couldn't
show.
get. They were just arguing too much.
Yeah, they were fighting.
Too much internal. They employed
Where are they
from the
now?
inside
Brother to
out.
brother, if you guys are in the comments, please tag us.
Oh, y'all want to be booked? We'll do the conference. We'll do the conference.
Right, right.
Get at me, brother to brother. I need to help people. Okay, here we go. So what we're going to do today is talk about, if you don't know Jason's story, he was diagnosed with melanoma.
No.
Mesothelioma.
That's what you get when you watch TV like that.
That was
Salmonella?
How do you say it?
Multiple myeloma.
Multiple myeloma
Multiple myeloma
in 2017.
in 2017.
July 2017.
Hey, was it 2 years already?
Yeah, July 2017. Probably about July 9th.
Don't say probably about and then have an exact date.
Yeah, I just remember because me and Julian got in the minor car accident.
Okay, wait, before you go there.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, we're already starting. Okay,
This
so,
is Jan tier, so that doesn't count. I'm still holding fast.
So you're holding fast? Okay. Jason was diagnosed with multiple myeloma in July of 2017.
Yeah.
And from there, obviously, there's like a roller coaster of events that happen and a roller coaster of emotions, I would imagine, that also happened.
Right.
And so we want to talk about, obviously, when you say your vows and you get married, one of the things that, you know, the common traditional vow is in sickness and health, better and worse. And there's nothing like a diagnosis such as cancer to like test what that means, like have that like actually be
Yeah.
tested in real life. So what we want to do is kind of go through and discuss the diagnosis, how it affected you, how it affected your marriage, how it affected your family, and like all of that.
Okay. Well, I think the precursors in 2017 is what people have to understand is that I was dealing with severe back pain, if you guys remember, for a year and a half. So a year and a half, I was going to the chiropractor. Like one day, just my back started hurting. I didn't fall. Anything, you know, playing basketball, I didn't do anything rough. It was almost like you woke up and you slept wrong. So I thought I slept wrong, like, oh, my back just been bothering me. Then after a while, it's like, okay, I'm going to go to the chiropractor. Because when your back hurts, you go to the chiropractor.
I remember actually that period of time where you were like constantly complaining about your back, and then constantly going to the chiropractor. I actually distinctly remember that.
Yeah, I was just, it's almost like there was nothing else that I could do.
Was it helpful?
You know.
Or did it provide relief?
I thought it was. And because it's supposed to. You know what I mean? So it's like they were doing something. They could find some stuff in my back that were like, yeah, this is wrong. But chiropractors do that anyway. If you go to a chiropractor, they're gonna be like, you ain't aligned. You know, you ain't in the will of God. Yeah, you're not. So they can always find something. When I look back, what was strange to me, my doctor kept saying, you should be better by now. But he was like, keep coming, we're going to keep working on it.
The chiropractor doctor.
The chiropractor doctor. He was a good doctor too.
Good, clean.
And good, clean, wholesome. And so it was, I kept going there.
He didn't recommend you go to an actual doctor?
No, because based off everything he saw, that's what I should be doing, and that's where I was having the pain, and you know, it was the randomness of the pain, like nothing had happened, so there was no.
Was it chronic back pain or was it just like spurts?
No, it was chronic. Like it had got to the point to where I was walking like hunched over, like after a year, and then I had started going to massage therapy. I went to Massage Envy. Yeah, brand deal right there. Went to Massage Envy. They were taking care of me. Like everything was like trying to soothe. You know what I mean? Like because I was in pain. And you know, I was coaching basketball from the sideline. And I'm a person that's never been sick. I don't pop medicine. I don't.
Percocets?
I don't pop Percocets.
Not a Percocet?
Not ever. And so I was having to. Huh?
You never drink?
No. Yes, I did.
You did.
But I was having to take like 2 of these. Sometimes I would take 4 and not tell nobody just to try to like get my
that.
Yeah. And so anyway, I was going through all that back pain, and then I wasn't going to the doctor thinking I'm going to the right doctors. And so it was getting to the point in July of 2017 that Julian and I got in a minor car accident.
Right.
And so when we got in that car accident, everything was cool. Like, I mean, my car was messed up a little bit, but the only reason I went to the doctor was because the next day Julian was complaining about a headache. And so because it wasn't my fault and we were going to get more insurance money, if I took him there to get seen, I took him to get seen and really make sure he was okay. And then to make sure I got more insurance money, I also got checked.
So greed and capitalism is what got you help.
And an insurance claim, yeah, pretty much.
Oh, yeah.
So no, but you know, you're just doing the due diligence, stuff you're just supposed to do, make sure you're fine. And so that day, I distinctly remember, and it's ironic we're in North Carolina today. I distinctly remember that we were going to eat, got hit, and I was like, okay. The next day, so we couldn't go eat, right? And then so we actually made it to the restaurant. They were closed after. Next day, we were gonna go try to go out to the same place. I was like, well, we're gonna stop at the hospital. It's not gonna take long. We're gonna get you checked out. We're gonna be good. So we got Julian checked out. It took him like 30 minutes. He was like, he's fine. And I was like, well, I was in the accident too. They're like, you should get checked. I was like, okay, fine. Got checked. And when it turned was when the doctor came back, because they take your blood, they do everything, and then she came back, and the way the room is set up, Julian's laying on the bed because it's getting late. I'm sitting towards the door, and the doctor comes in, so my back is to Julian, like I'm to Kev. And so she says, well, can I talk to you? And I said, yeah, yeah, talk to me.
Yeah, right.
You know, yeah, I'm
here to talk.
She said, well, yeah. And she's, well, am I free to talk free in front of your son? And then I kind of mouthed to her, and I said, I was like, is everything okay? But Julian gets scared. And so she was like, no. And I said,
she said no?
No, she did. She said no. She said, I don't know. Yeah, and she said no.
Still yawning. This is all yawn.
And I said, okay, well, what's it? And she said, I said, just go ahead and talk. It's fine. Because I don't know what this woman's going to say.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I shouldn't have no STDs. I've not been doing nothing. I am fine. I promise.
I don't know what you're going to say, but it ain't going to be that.
It ain't going to be that. It ain't going to be that. So she says to me, I looked at your, she says, and she reads the chart, you're 37, you do not drink, you do not smoke, right? I'm reading this. You seem pretty healthy. You're not obese. You're not anything. I'm looking at your x-rays. They look horrible. And I was like, okay. She says, have you been having back pain or anything? And I said, yeah, I have.
She was a prophet.
Prophet from on high. And so I was like, yeah, I've been going to the chiropractor because back pain. Do you see that? They've been working on your boy. Yeah. She says, well, your bones look really bad, but I think that it's so bad that I'm gonna do it again.
Like this can't be real.
Yeah, let me take your x-ray again. The machine's off. That's how bad it was. She said, I'm gonna take it again. I'm gonna do some other tests too. Then let's talk about it from there. And I said, okay, cool. So we do it again. We run it again, Jose. Run it again. And she comes back and she says, and again, she's facing me. She says, I need to talk to you. And I said, well, you can talk. It's fine because I'm ready to go. My son is hungry. She said, you're not going to be able to leave. And I said, what do you mean? I'm not going to, I don't have no warrants. There ain't no police coming to get me. Ain't nobody coming to get your boy. And she was like, no. She said, your bones look like it's exactly the same. Your bones look like you're 70 years old. And I said, okay. And she said, it looks like termites have ate away all your bones. You have lesions and holes all over your body, like all on your bones, like everywhere. Yeah. And I was like, what? Juju's there? Juju was right there. And I can feel him sit up. And then I was like, she's like, I'm gonna have to admit you to the hospital. I said, why? No.
Why would you say no?
I'm like, I want to go home.
What's to do tomorrow?
Yeah, like I'm like, what are you talking? Like, what you mean?
This can't be real.
And I said, okay, what is that? Like, what is that? What you're saying? And she says, that to me looks like cancer. But I'm in the ER, so. He said, but I'm in the ER. Look that way. Nothing's over there. Nothing's over there.
I'm looking at these trees.
But I'm in the ER, so I can't give you that. I'm not a cancer doctor. I'm a doctor, but I'm not the cancer person. I don't want to go there. But if it's me, that's what that is. And she said, let me show you what I'm talking about. And she said, your x-ray is supposed to be like white, You see the gray? There was no white on mine. That's everything that I'm looking at, and that's how bad it is. And I was like, dang.
Can we pause for just a minute? Yeah. Before we continue, really quickly, we want to tell you about one of the sponsors for the Love Hour podcast. It is Rothys. They are friends of the podcast. You've heard us talk about them before. They offer amazing shoes. I have a pair. They are quite comfortable. It literally feels like you're walking on air. I have the black silhouette kind, just all black, plain silhouette. But if you are a person that's more stylish than me, child, they have all types of styles. They have varieties. They go great with yoga pants, dresses, skirts, and they come in a wide variety of colors and patterns, and they're available in 4 different silhouettes. That's called options. Plus, they're constantly launching new styles, so you're guaranteed to find a pair that you will love. Since Rothys are seamlessly crafted from recycled water bottles, they're ultra comfortable as soon as you slip them on. That's right, there's 0 break-in period in these shoes. That's actually 100% true. You wear these shoes and they feel like they've already been like cracked and molded to your feet. Yeah, pre-worn, like so comfortable. Rothys are manufactured in zero waste factory and they ship directly in the shoebox, so no unnecessary packaging, which is amazing because if you're an Amazon shopper and you get a whole bunch of like packaging at your house, your trash can fills up really quickly and that's like super annoying. These are good, feel-good flats in more ways than one. Check out the amazing styles available right now at rothys.com/lovehour.
Love hour.
Rothys.com, that's ROTHYS.com/lovehour to get your new favorite flats. Comfortable, stylish, and sustainability. These are the shoes you've been waiting for. Head to rothys.com/lovehour today. All right, continue.
Today.
Where were we?
So this is, you don't want to go, you're ready to go home, but the doctor is telling you, ain't no going home. Okay, so the woman's telling you, ain't no going home.
Yeah, so I was like, dang, like.
I think you called us, or maybe the family, or text message or something, either that night or maybe the morning after.
The next day.
Okay,
I got to text my dad.
Yeah, I texted.
Dad was the one who told us.
Funny thing is, I called Dad because, mind you, it's probably going on midnight now at the hospital, and I have Julian with me, and they're going to admit me, and he knows what's going on, and he's like, "Is my dad? There's something wrong with my dad." Okay, let me breathe. And so that was tough, you know what I'm saying? Because he literally caught the news with me, and then so I called my dad because I need.
You need him to go.
Can you come pick Julian up? My dad's like, you ain't sick.
He said that?
He was like, dad was asleep. So he's like, they in the ER. They probably don't know. They're gonna do the test tomorrow. They're gonna keep you in the hospital. All right, I'll be there in the morning. And I was like, okay. All right, Juice, it's just us. But he would, mind you, nobody's expecting that kind of call. Like, Dad, this is what they're saying. He's like, I know they're doing that. They probably just giving me the precaution. I'm laying down. So what it's gonna be is we gonna keep laying, okay? You do what they say. Lay down, rest. You'll be fine. I'll be there in the morning.
I'll be in the morning when they do their diagnosis.
Right. So me and Jude
slept in the hospital?
Yeah. We went, got admitted to the at the time I didn't know, but they put me in the hospital. Everything was there. We slept in the same bed, kind of together. Just, it was our pursuit of happiness moment. We just laid down together. And then I remember I met my oncologist the next day, who's my doctor now, Dr. Nazir. He's fantastic. And they had admitted me to the oncology floor. I didn't know that. I didn't know. I don't know nothing about this stuff.
Did you know you didn't know you were on oncology floor?
Not at all. I just thought I was at the hospital. Like,
so are you thinking? I know they said it's cancer, but like maybe this isn't the actual real diagnosis. Maybe in the morning there's a possibility that all of this is a farce and wrong. Exactly. My head is still spinning. I'm not going crazy. I'm more wanting to go home. I want to go eat. And so I was thinking about, like, it's still go to the place, So and when I met him, he was like, I've been doing this 30 years. I've seen this a lot. Meaning the cancer.
Yeah, everything. It's more than just your X-ray. They look at your urine sample. They look at your blood. They're looking at all of that to make the diagnosis. So he's pretty much says, I had to stay. I was in the hospital 2 days. And so that the first day is, Dad came up to the hospital. We met Dr. Nazir. He kind of explained everything again, like, this is what we saw, this is what we're looking at, and who he was as 30 years of doing this. He's like, he knows what he's doing. And so it was more so, I'm gonna try to let you out the hospital tomorrow. When I let you out the hospital, do not pass go, do not collect 200, do not go to your house. You come see me at the cancer center immediately. My question to Dr. Nazir was like, well, where am I in the thing, in the cancer stuff, in the paperwork, on the level? And he says, well, your cancer has 3 stages. You are in stage 3.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, geez, Louise, I just started off the game wrong, And so I was like, okay. And then, so now my dad's there. And, my dad's really good at taking information and getting it out to everybody. And so I was like, Dad, just send everybody the information. Like, let them know what you just got. And so that's when the family got the text about it, letting everybody know. And then, the number to the hospital and stuff. And then I think we all talked at some point. And at that time, I'm still... I haven't been officially diagnosed. So the way they officially diagnose you is he wanted me to come to the cancer center because he wanted to prepare me for a biopsy. The biopsy is equivalent to the woman thinks she's pregnant at home. She does the test. You go to the hospital, you get the blood test.
Gotcha. To confirm.
To confirm. So what they do is they go in the top of your hip, right on top of your behind on your back. In that hip bone right there, they try to numb your skin and then they go into the bone and they pull it out. multiple myeloma is a cancer of the blood in the bone marrow. So your bone marrow doesn't produce anything else, which is why my bones looked old. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't creating.
So they're like just deteriorating.
I was falling in front and falling apart. And so he said most people do not have any symptoms. So your first symptom is you usually break a bone. And the funny thing is, because I coach basketball, I remember we were in a scrimmage and we're against girls, varsity girls, and mind you, and one of the girls was posting me up and she hit me with an elbow. When I tell you that is the worst elbow, she didn't hit me that hard, but I thought I broke a rib. That was Mr. Glass.
Wow.
I thought I broke a rib. I was like, good Lord. This is before I got diagnosed. It would hurt for like 3 weeks. I was like, I don't know why
That's a long time.
Yeah, but when I
what
looked,
is this girl on?
Right, but when I look back at it, it was because of that. It was that. So most people, like, you'll randomly like try to lift yourself up and you'll break your wrist, your forearm,
because they're so weak.
You'll fall, and you won't know, and then you'll go in and be like, I don't know how I just broke a bone. I fell down, and then they'll usually tell you. And so, what was alarming for Dr. Nazir, he's the calmest doctor in the world. First of all, he talks. You're gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine. We're gonna take you. We're going to do some tests. He's real.
Is that
calming.
Comforting or is that like frustrating?
It's actually calming.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah,
I feel like I would be both.
People just want to know they're gonna be okay.
Yeah.
I don't think I want to be okay, but I feel like I would
even if it
also
ain't
have
true.
so many raw emotions that sometimes I would be like, "Are you playing me? Are you being?"
He knows how to lie to you because he could not. I want to know the process. What do I have to do to get to the end so I can be done with it? But he was like, okay, you have to go through this. We have to start your treatments. We have to, after you do your treatments, then we're going to have to send you to Duke for a stem cell transplant. Hold on. Wait, sir?
That's a lot of information.
That's what I said. But I was like, what's that like? He said, this first. Don't worry about it.
That's a word right there.
It is.
This, don't worry about that. We have to get to there. So that's probably an in treatment to try to close out your treatment. He makes it like that's over here. We have to do this first. But I'm just letting you know the process since you asked, but don't even really think about it right now. You know what I'm saying? So he has to do my biopsy, and that was tough because it hurts, but it's not the hurt. I was by myself. So I walk in, I drive myself to the cancer center like the day after when they schedule me. They take all this blood. Dad's at work, keep juling with his friends, and people when we watch Tammy's in Chicago.
Okay, I was just gonna say, do you want to go down the path of like where Tammy is?
Yeah, okay. I will. Tammy's in Chicago at this time. We're living separated. We're separated at the time. So I have to take this. My grandma's not there.
We're not there.
You're not. You guys are in LA. My mom. My mom was gone.
But also, your mom doesn't drive.
My mom doesn't drive. She's seeing impaired, hearing impaired. Yes, she's gonna be there for support, but she wasn't even there, like in town. I remember that distinctly because that's why I needed somebody to get juju for me, and I think eventually one of his buddies got him. If I remember my memory serves, one of our friends got him for me. So it was difficult because I had to go there by myself, and then like. You're walking into the cancer center and you're reading the signs and it's the cancer place and you're seeing all these people. Is that
overwhelming?
Yes. And then you see all these people getting treatment and then you smell the chemo. Chemo has this smell. After a while it made me sick, like the smell of it. And then so I remember, okay, I'm trying to breathe because I don't want to get emotional about it. Because you think about it, it's trauma in your mind. It's just like, the memories are right there. This was last year. So, 2 years, that part was 2 years ago, but the transplant was last year. So, I walk in to do the biopsy, and I remember laying there. He has me on my side, because they have to turn you on your side. And he has to go on your back, and he's talking smoothly to you. And I was like, he said, you can put your music in your ears. And I put the music in my ears. And I was just crying because I was by myself.
What were you listening to? What kind of music?
I don't know. I don't know.
Do you remember?
I don't know. I have no idea. I don't even remember. I just put music on. I just, And I was just like, I was by myself, and he was like, does it hurt? And he's like, I was like, it hurts. And he's like, it's okay. You know, you're going to be fine. You're going to, you know, and he did a good job of walking me through, but I was just like, there's nobody here.
Oh, Jesus.
And it was tough, you know. I'm not crying. Anyway. It was
last 30 minutes. I looked into the window the whole time.
It was no, because you're just like this is my world.
Yeah.
And it's so sudden too. You're just living your life normally.
Yeah.
And then one day, and the thing about cancer, like for us, it was. I don't even, you know, don't wipe it off like a man. I do it like this. I wipe it off with knives. We didn't have nobody in our family. Had
nobody.
There's
had
other
it.
stuff in our family, but never that. And cancer is such that late stage. First of all, we have no understanding is just bad.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm
And
sorry,
it's not-
you guys what? What is that?
And it's
How
not
do
a cancer you
spell
even
it?
heard of.
It's
not
and
something
here's the
we
other
even
thing.
heard of.
It's not passed down. It wasn't hereditary.
Yeah.
Not something I got from mom or dad or grandma. Like my grandma had that too. I'm the first one.
You weren't like a drinker who got liver cancer or a smoker who got lung
Right,
cancer.
right.
Or a woman who got
got
breast cancer.
It wasn't anything like that. It was something that mutated in my blood. That's one thing I said to him. I said this to you the other day, and I was like, man, I don't do nothing to get I don't do the cancer stuff. I don't do anything. Why am I a 37-year-old getting this? And he turned to me, and this is when it got real. He said, I have patients that are children. And there's no age. Cancer doesn't have an age. It doesn't have a look. It doesn't discriminate to any age or anybody. Man, woman, boy, child, grandma, grandpa, mom, dad, auntie, uncle, niece, nephew. It doesn't, brother, sister. You know what I'm saying? So, and that right there let me know I was like, I'm just, you know, an average person. But like the laying there by yourself part is like just me and God, you know?
Okay.
So it was tough, you know, but it's like tough, okay, but I got through it. That's like the first part of it.
I remember when I had the heart thing, remember?
Yeah,
the heart
that was
scare?
scary, man.
And I was by myself. Shoot. And it was just, when you are unsure of what's happening, I remember they came in, they did an EKG because I was feeling faint at work at the daycare. I was running around with the kids like I do. And I'm like, man, I feel like I'm going to pass out. And, you know, I drove myself to the ER, and they took an EKG, and they were like, oh, snap. And then a whole bunch of doctors came in, and they're like, something's off about this. And Lisa was at work. She couldn't have her phone. Everybody, you worked at the state. You couldn't have your phone. Nobody could have their phone. And I'm calling people, and nobody's answering. And they're like, oh, man, this is not, like, you should call someone. And I'm calling people, and nobody's answering. And I'm like...
It's it.
Just being alone.
Alone is hard.
That's a lot, yeah.
It's tough. And that was just one day of my life.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, shoot, go ahead, man. I didn't want to do this episode, Melissa. I told you. We could have did any listener questions. We're going to talk about Esther Morel. And when Jason's here, I had been on my heart. And now I got to cry and be tired all night. You know, I already been tired. I've been crying. I've done crying too.
We're not crying no more.
We are.
Okay,
We didn't even get started good.
Come on.
And I told you I'm eating ice cream. I'm eating ice cream. I'm eating ice cream after this. I don't care what y'all say. I don't care about the
I'm
student
getting
weight loss.
milkshakes. I'm getting steaks. I'm
I
eating it
don't
all.
care. I deserve it.
Extra cheese on my steak, please.
Well, we're talking about eating better. We can also talk about better options that are out there for you, and that is GreenChef. We've talked about, again, GreenChef many of times on the podcast. Kevin and I recently had the Thai quinoa bowl. It is delicious. It has the makings of a really good meal that you feel good about making for your children. It has avocado, broccoli, pineapples, carrots, peanuts, and lime. It has a quinoa base. It's just like a little bowl. It's really fantastic. And what you need to know about GreenChef is that they are a USDA certified organic company that makes eating well easy and affordable with plants to fit every kind of lifestyle. Meal plans include paleo, vegan, vegetarian, pescatarian, keto, gluten-friendly, and omnivore options. With GreenChef, it's easy to eat well and discover new recipes every week that you'll love to cook. GreenChef makes cooking easy with dinner options that work around your lifestyle, not the other way around. Everything is hand-picked and delivered right to your door. Recipes include pre-made, measured sauces, dressings, and spices so you can get more flavor in less time, which makes it super easy to make the meals because you're not measuring and spilling stuff all over your countertop. GreenChef is a USDA certified organic company that makes eating well easy and affordable with plans to fit every kind of lifestyle. I think I said that. For a total of $75 off, that's $25 off each of your first 3 boxes, go to greenchef.us/lovehour75. Again, that's greenchef.us/lovehour75. We also want to tell you about Lola. Lola is a female-founded company offering a line of organic cotton tampons, pads, liners, and all-natural cleansing wipes. Lola's subscription is fully customizable and you can choose your mix of products, mix of absorbency, number of boxes, and frequency of delivery. Lola's subscription is super flexible. You can change, skip, or cancel your subscription at any time. Subscriptions are the best because you don't have to think about ensuring that you have things on stock in your house, which is one of my favorite things. Take all the to-do lists, make it simple. Lola is known for its line of period products made from organic cotton. Lola additionally offers sex products made with women in mind. It's women first. Sex by Lola is a line of gynecologist-approved sexual health and wellness products, lubricated condoms, personal lubricant, and cleansing wipes designed first and foremost for women. The Sex by Lola line is also available for subscription. You can add to your period subscription so everything is conveniently delivered on your ideal schedule. So for 40% off your first month subscription, visit mylola.com and enter Love Hour when you subscribe. You guys already know we have the lubrication and
we have sex with it. I put it on my weenie.
You said weenie.
I'm gonna get these tears away from me. I'm gonna tell you that.
we're trying to, I guess, bring levity to the episode.
Oh my god.
So we have used Lola. You should try it. It's fantastic. It's not messy. It adheres really well, and it's made with women in mind, which is what all of us need. So again, for 40% off your first month subscription, visit mylola.com and enter Love Hour when you subscribe.
Come on, Kevin.
All right, here we go.
Questions.
Okay, are we done? Okay.
Why did you do this? So I'm not gonna ask that.
No, ask. That's the
It's
question.
gonna make me cry.
Ask that question, Kev.
What, as a dad, you have multiple children of various ages. What is it like? Because I feel like my biggest. So when you told me, I think it's human nature to assume the worst, and you're not thinking about that. Before that, we were literally planning the tour, man. We were
planning the tour.
Finna do all this stuff. It's gonna be lit, blah blah blah. We were doing all type of stuff. So when you have to tell your children, your wife, what was that like? And even though you and your wife were separated at the time, what was that like having those conversations with those people?
Can you start with your kids and then go to your wife? Because I want to tell you.
What I did is I tried to have someone else let them know what was happening with me.
Okay.
Was it too hard for you, or
no? It's just at the time I was all over the place, just with the doctor stuff, really. And then so I had my dad send out the information, and then I had Tammy talk to the kids.
Okay.
Like, let them know what's going on with dad. So then that way, because it's going to come with a string of questions.
Yeah.
And then have all the information to fill those questions. And then also, me, it's always let them know I'm okay. Let them know I'm okay. I'm fine. I'm going to be all right. That's me. Not that something's not wrong, but that I'm going to be okay. My biggest thing was I don't want them to be scared.
Yeah.
I don't want them to be scared of what's happening and what's going on. I remember Jason Jr. and Julian were at the house.
Those are your two youngest sons.
Yeah, two youngest. And I had started some meds that they were giving me, and I'm in the shower, and I got dizzy. Bad, like I've never been dizzy before. Like room spinning. You know, and so I got super scared.
Yeah.
And so I tried to get out, and I'm just gonna dry off, and I was, drying off, and I was doing okay, and I was like, okay, I have to make it to the room. If I could just get to the bed
and lay down,
I'll be fine. And so they were downstairs, and so I said, okay, I'm gonna go. I got myself together, opened the door to walk out, and I passed out, and I hit my head on the dresser or something, and they heard it, and they came up, they ran upstairs, and then my mom was downstairs too, and I just remember telling them, get me up so your grandma doesn't know. Because, and then I was like, and they were like, well, are you okay? We heard you hit your head, dad. And I'm like, I'm okay. I'm fine. You know what I mean? Like, my thing is be fine in front of them. You know what I'm saying? Not that I'm trying to I just don't want them to
worry.
Yeah, because I remember the first night that I had chemo, they were there, and the first day I had chemo, and if you get a fever, they want you to come right to the hospital. I started getting a fever, and they're there, so they're like, my dad was in the room checking me out. I couldn't really move. I was done. And the boys came in. He's like, get out. I was like, no, let him stay. And he was trying to protect them, but I was like, let him, I'm all right. I'm just not feeling great. So I have to go to the doctor.
Got you.
I have to go to the hospital. I have to do that. So I try to keep my strength in those moments for them. And that's probably the dad in me, like trying to, protect your kids from that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm just being honest. You don't know if you're gonna die. I'm just being honest.
I know. So okay. So let's go through the portion with your wife, on that note.
Okay.
So with Tammy.
Yeah. For
people that don't know, his wife's name is Tammy. With Tammy, how do you have that conversation? You guys are separated. How does that work? And how are you feeling in the face of this diagnosis in terms of your relationship, what the rest of your life looks like? How does that all?
Well, for me, it was they're technically Julian was visiting me.
It's summer.
Yeah, and so it was for her. She heard, and of course we reached out. We talked all the time, not regularly like that, but enough. And so her sympathetic, just asking whatever she's just saying she's gonna be there and do everything that she needed to do. And you hear, okay, that's great. Actually, if being honest, that it kind of helped my family come back together. God works in mysterious ways, because we were, just on a road to ending our relationship, and so a pretty fast road over the past couple years leading up to that. And so, which is, physical separation, literally location separation. It was pretty much headed down that way. And then that right there was, the Hail Mary, the saving grace. And it makes you realize what matters.
Talk more about that.
It makes you realize what matters, because all the little things that were the differences in the relationship and the marriage and the family, all of that goes out the door. Because now you're dealing with, this is what's real.
The other states make the current state. I seen this meme going around that said, if you threw your problems on the ground, everybody threw their problems on the ground, you're more than likely to pick yours back up.
Yeah.
When you have a problem like that, that's like an existential crisis. And it makes the other stuff, and it's not that the stuff you were probably going through wasn't bad.
Real.
It's just in the face of literal death, it's like, okay, well, we talking about, you don't, whatever you do or don't do, that probably puts that stuff into perspective. Puts perspective differently than not having that type of, threat to your life.
Yes, and that's what it was. And so she just tried to do everything.
Tammy's amazing that way. She is one of those people that is a natural caregiver.
Yeah. Right.
Tammy is a natural caregiver.
Yeah, definitely gonna make sure you're taking care of it. And that's what she turned back into that for me, you know. So even to the fact of, you know, I couldn't leave the state if I wanted to because my treatment was in North Carolina and they're in Illinois. And so Kayla actually came to live with me at the time and her and my relationship wasn't the best all the time because, you know, whatever was going on with me and her mother and me and her individually. But she was like, you know, that's daddy's sick, I want to be there. And so she actually came to live with me because she would help me through. There was times at night that Kayla's very much like her mother. I'd be throwing up, she'd be cleaning up my throw up. Like, I would run to the bathroom, clean up. She would do everything for me. Everything. You know, like, I'd literally be throwing up and I'd be leaning there and she's over there. She's rubbing on my back. And then she's like laying over me, and then I'll make a joke like, "This is really gross." And she's like, "Yes, but it's fine," and I'll clean it up. Like, don't worry about it. Like, and don't worry about it. Kayla, I need some water. I got it. She knows how to make it perfectly. She knows how I like it. She would just all those things were happening, you know, for me, and it was, you know, building our relationship. So. Like again, I remember at some point I couldn't travel anymore, so they were traveling to see me all the time. But it really got, I mean, so during that time, I mean, of course, you're kind of rebuilding your relationship on the strength of what's happening and what's real. That's what I'm trying to say. What's real meaning what matters.
Right.
And then when it gets to the transplant time, she literally made sure she came back and was there with me all those months, going through that to be my number one caregiver. Like, you had to go to the hospital, Duke Hospital, and take a class. You had to get all these, make sure you had shots. Remember, you guys couldn't even touch me because you didn't have all the right shots or whatever you needed to see me. So she went through that. And then
flu shot was out of season.
Flu shot was out
to go, and it was out of season.
Couldn't even get it anywhere. You couldn't come near me if you didn't have that.
We was over here like, hi, Jay.
Yeah, and then not only that, even on the financial side, like, I'm not being funny. I mean, I wasn't broke, but she was like, I'm gonna take care of this. I'm gonna, like, don't worry about it. Lay down, rest, do your thing. I got it covered. You know what I mean? So it was all those things happening at that time. So, you know, that was the in sickness and in health. I was in sickness. She made sure that she lived, no matter what our situation was, that no matter what her differences were with me, she said my vow as a wife was in sickness and in health, and she took care of her part in the sickness. Listen, model citizen.
You know what's crazy, before we get to your part list? It's amazing that usually you would think it's the other way around. Like, the health part, we argue, and the sickness part, you know, be like, oh shoot, if we ain't good in the healthy part, I'm definitely not gonna be right. You know, but for her, the sickness part is what, like, clicked in, like, oh snap, I'm gonna be there for him, in a way that, you know, you would normally if everything was on the, you know, normal situation. But if you're separated, and it's amazing how a negative thing brought a positive reaction. Positive reaction.
So we're going to take another break. We're going to tell you about Meltdown by Bloom. If you follow this podcast for any period of time, or you just follow me, you know that I have very acne-prone skin. I break out at least once a month. I have like very hormonal breakouts. And so I use Meltdown by Bloom. It is a powerful blend of natural ingredients that takes down pimples overnight. It's a unique blend of essential oils, which includes cumin seed oil, rose hip oil, and tea tree leaf oil. And tea tree leaf oil is amazing. Literally, you can use tea tree oil on like most things and it works. Meltdown reduces the size and redness of pimples overnight, and they completely disappear within 3 to 4 days. In addition, it does not contain any harsh chemicals, no benzoyl peroxide, salicylic acid, sulfates, or parabens. Salicylic acid and benzoyl peroxide is very drying, and you don't want, because then your skin gets patchy, and if you try to put foundation over patchy dry skin, it'd be looking a mess. You don't want to do that. So it doesn't cause skin to peel, be dry, flake, or scar, and it even helps with fading scars. It's vegan, cruelty-free, and pregnancy safe, and it's backed by a 30-day satisfaction guarantee, so you can try it risk-free. Right now, our listeners get 25% off and free shipping when you text the word HOUR to 797979. This is a special offer you can't get anywhere else, and you support the Love Hour when you support our sponsors. So text the word HOUR to 797979 to get 25% off Meltdown Blemish Treatment by Bloom. That's BLUME. If you don't love it, return it for a full refund. No questions asked. Text HOUR, that's HOUR, to 797979. Thank you, Bloom, for sponsoring the podcast. All right, so in sickness and in health, and being like fully testing what that means, like how do you think that has impacted your relationship now, a year and a half post-diagnosis, post-stem cell transplant, like the space that you're in, and like your meaning of life?
Oh man, well, the meaning of life has totally changed because I mean, honestly, I feel like I'm on borrowed time. And so because I don't, you know, I still go to the doctor. I'm
Don't you have to go this weekend?
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm going to the doctor tomorrow. I still have to take medicine. You know, they call it maintenance therapy, to where I still take quote unquote chemo pills. Doesn't really, I mean, it just suppresses what's going on in your body. It doesn't like I'm hurting, or it's not like that. It just really like feels like a baby aspirin. Doesn't really, there's no feeling or anything to it. And so it's something that I'm going to be dealing with for my life. So it's almost like, Paul, take the thorn out of my side. It's not going to take it out. And so you're just going to have to live with it.
This.
Yeah, and because technically, because they can't kill the gene as of today, they don't call it cured. They say that you're in remission and that you're doing well. We're going to keep it like this. This is how we're going to keep fighting it. And when you do a stem cell transplant, they take enough for 2 transplants. They take enough out of your body because they expect you, they don't know how many years, they expect you to
like
go
relapse.
back in, go back in, and then you're gonna need it again. I'm not doing it again.
Really?
No, listen, love y'all.
Wait, I wasn't quite ready for that.
I'm not, this is too hard. It is mentally, it's probably the rush.
I'm not even acknowledging that statement.
No.
Therefore, I can just look this way.
Yeah, it's not like that, but it's just at a time like it is too rough. I was able to make it through that because of you guys, and when I say you guys, it's because of my family. Like, we had stuff to look forward to. We had the tour stuff. We had the stuff that everything like we're doing right now. My kids, all those things. Like, if I wasn't gonna be there to be a dad, who was gonna be a dad? I gotta fight. I gotta do it. There was time. I'm just being truthful. There was times that I said, I can't do it anymore. Nobody knew that, but I was like, I'm gonna keep going. I remember talking to Bishop. And I was, my boy Landon, one of my best friends, and he's on the phone. I had stopped going to my treatments. Like, they know I was coming late. I was coming late because I wasn't coming. But they know this of patients. Right. Because they'd be like, patients don't be coming. And I'll come in, the lady Brenda, shout out to Brenda, she's one of our fans on here. And I would be like, I'd be like 2 hours late. And I said,
it's the whole appointment.
No, and they'll see you because they know how hard it is for you to come. And I said, Brenda, I wasn't coming. She said, I know, but I'm glad you're here, and it's gonna be okay, and you're gonna be all right, and you know, you're not the only patient that goes through that. It's natural to not want to do that, but you gotta keep coming. You gotta keep doing it. And so it had got to the point, like those shots in your stomach. Remember I was telling you, like the food, you can't taste anything. I had lost like 40 plus pounds, and I couldn't eat anything.
I remember, was it last year, Kev? Or
I don't know.
before, where we did
I told you I don't want to talk about this.
where we did
You
Thanksgiving.
didn't care what I thought.
Oh, Thanksgiving in Vegas.
When we were in Vegas.
Yeah. It was rough.
It was the worst.
We went to
Bahama
Breeze.
Oh yeah.
And literally walking from the sidewalk or the parking lot into the restaurant, and like you needed a break.
Yeah.
I remember like how like tight, like fatigued you were like the whole time, and we were like, Jay is sick.
Yeah, I remember. You guys.
It's funny. Hold on, let me just stop you right there. It's funny though, because if you would text or call or whatever, and I didn't talk to you that much, but I would ask Kevin like how he's doing, whatever. Y'all don't be talking about it the way I would always want y'all to, and that would
Not your business.
frustrate me to no end. But that's a different story. I would be like,
we don't be talking about
y'all.
I didn't want to talk about this. Today.
Oh my God, it used to make me so mad. But even in when you did, it was always, it'll be okay. I'm all right. And then to see you, I was expecting some level of like, obviously he's not okay, but I was still expecting some level of like energy. And so to actually see you, it was like,
you were like a brittle old man.
this is not, he's sick, and he's not telling us. And so then I would just text Tammy.
Yeah.
She was the only one that said the truth.
She was
'Cause
the only one.
Dad be like, oh, it's fine and God is blessed. You know, all that stuff. And Tam was like, no, he had a terrible day today, actually. He's actually had a couple bad weeks.
Yes.
But do this. And that Tam actually didn't really want you to come on a tour like that this year. In the beginning, she was texting me. She was like, Kev, just check him because he ain't going to tell you the truth. You got to watch him. And I was about to be like, bro, you know,
I ain't gonna lie, I was like this close to being like,
you were
Tammy,
almost off.
You
No, I
say
wasn't.
the
Yes, you
word.
were.
No, I wasn't.
Yes, you were.
No.
His bones, his bones.
He broke his bones.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I was like, Tammy got one good time to be like, nah.
Right. No, I don't know what I was gonna say.
Your outlook on life.
Oh, well, Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
Well, I'm
oh,
gonna
yeah.
say this about that was me being well. Because I would purposely not take my medicine to make sure I'm a little bit better to be around, because I wanted to enjoy it. You know, I wanted to enjoy being around everybody, because I'm being honest, at the time I didn't know, like, is this gonna be my last Thanksgiving? You know, I didn't know. I really did. The way that I was feeling, I was like, if I have to go through the transplant after this.
You did do the transplant afterwards.
Yeah, because that next, like, we went to Thanksgiving and then I had my transplant appointment with with Duke. And so my mom and dad went, and they explained everything that you have to do. I'm coming in as weak as I was from Thanksgiving, probably worse. 'Cause I was actually on the regular medicine at the time. And then I'm talking to my doctor. He's telling me how strong the chemo is. He's telling me everything that I have to do, what has to go in my body. And I'm looking at them like, not me. I can't.
Do you feel like you lost the will?
I lost. I did. I lost because if anybody that's had cancer or any kind of disease knows that the mind is the hard thing. It's hard because I am going to this place so they can put these chemicals in me so they can make me sick. When they put the stuff in me, I feel sick. I don't want the stuff in me. I'd rather deal with everything else and just feel fine. You know what I'm saying? All the people in the comments that are saying, you need to do the natural treatment. It don't work like that. So believe me. So they'll be like, you just need to drink this kind of water and do this. It doesn't deceive me. Listen, it's no perfect science. It is what it is. Not that doesn't work, but that ain't my case. So, you know, it was. There was no way I was going to be able to do it. I postponed my transplant.
I remember you postponed it more than once.
Yeah.
If my memory serves me correctly.
Because
I remember Tammy was like,
she was like, she hit me. She was like, talk to him. I was like, man, what am I going to tell him?
I was scared.
I bet you were.
I was scared. I told him. I was. I said, I can't do it. I told my dad, I said, I'm not strong enough to do it. I was. I knew I was like, I'm not strong enough to do it. Like, the doctor was like, you're this young. Trust me, you're gonna be okay. I was like, you ain't me. This hurts. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not, like, I can't, if it's, they're like, you had JV chemo, we about to give you the varsity. You're like, I can't hang with the JV. I can't do it. Like, I was like, I told my dad, I said, Dad, I'm not gonna do it. I told my grandma, you know, I'm telling my grandma,
You're for real.
I said, Mom, I can't do it. And you can do it. You can, Dad, hey, you can do it. And then, you know, when the kids are like, you gotta do it. You gotta, we need you to do it. So I finally was like, I'm gonna do it. And then I said, okay, just give me till this time. Let me get my body strong. Because that's what I felt. I felt like I was super weak. Like, and I was like, if I go, it's like, you know, you're trying to train for a fight, and like, I needed, like, I hadn't been able to eat food. So I was like, and you're gonna do all this to me, there's no way that I can put all that, like, let me at least like get some food in my body and start eating, like. And so they said, okay, we're gonna take you off your med, eat, get strong, you're ready, you can do it. And so they gave me a couple months, and then my levels weren't at what they wanted when I first came back, and then that's what took it a little bit longer. And then I started second guessing again. And then I finally just said, okay, I'm gonna do it. And then I said, the last thing I want to do
is coach basketball.
I said, I wanted to go to my brother's party.
Oh, that's right.
I wanted to go to Kev's party. And I wasn't gonna come. And because I really wasn't supposed to travel. I was getting close to that time. And Kev was like, I want you to come. And I wanted to come.
It was a surprise.
Yeah, you were doing it.
Right.
Yeah, it was a nice party. It was a surprise.
Yeah, and so I came, I wanted to come to Kev's party, and that was the last thing I did before, like, I went to Kev's party, I left, and then I came to North Carolina to start the process of it. Because I didn't know. Like, I didn't know. I just, you know, I've never been through anything, you know what I'm saying, like that. So I was just like, man, you know, at least let me have a ball. You know what I mean?
Are you ever thinking, like, beyond, like, I want to have a good time? Do you ever think I want my brother's last memory of me to be...
Right. All the time. This is what's gonna make me cry. I'm not crying right now.
I'm so mad at Melissa right now. You
Yeah,
don't
man,
understand.
So you're so
I'm
trash.
so mad at Melissa right now.
I'm sorry.
We're supposed to go celebrate Domo after this?
I begged her not to do this.
Right.
I begged her.
No, we
We don't even have the same dad and we feel this strong. Imagine we had the same dad.
Stupid.
Calm down right now.
Oh,
You
dad
know-
owes faults. That's why we're so close. He came in and fixed it. He's on Russell Wilson. We had Future as
He's
dad.
Papa Russ.
He taught us how to throw footballs. He had slick hair.
it's lit here.
He made the mom Sierra buy her masters. She didn't have the money for her masters.
That is so funny.
No,
I'm not getting up.
me and Kev are really close. Lissa finds it very odd. It's very hard for us to talk about
Man, I used to be so frustrated.
this because it implies that probably our relationship will change. You know, one might not be there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what we haven't done together. You know, I mean, I didn't work at ADD. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, but like, man, you know, like,
We're just getting our stuff.
813. That's what it is.
Getting it.
813 Destello. That's our address in El Paso, Texas. It's a duplex, raised with 9 people and a dog. I don't know why we had a dog at the time. We'll talk about that.
Money for the dog. We really
Living
shouldn't
in
have had
bunk
the dog.
beds together. You know what I mean? Like, going through it, like the stuff that I'm talking about when we're poor, we played together to, like, that's where our creative comes from.
Right.
All those things that we did together, you know, the stuff that he talks about, that he looks up to me for,
all those, you know, that's gonna be gone. It's like, it's not fair. So it's hard to do it, and like for me now, that's why, like, even in my job or position now, like, you're gonna pay my brother what he's worth. Period. You know what I mean? Like, if I couldn't do anything, we're gonna make sure you're gonna do my brother right. You know what I mean? Like, that's like my call. You know what I'm saying? That's my big brother.
Right.
You know, in me to do those things, to make sure it's there, because it's just like, I'm being honest, guys. Like, I don't be knowing what's gonna happen with me.
Oh man,
You know what I'm saying? And so I'm fine right now. I'm fine. I'm good. Like, all that. But at the end of the day, because that happened, it's like, you better live your life. You better make it happen. You better say what you need to say to this person. You better take care of kids. Like, I remember
go ahead.
I remember talking to Juju one time, and I was just telling him, and he was like, well, I was like saying, like, when you go to school, you make sure you read and you do your homework. This is after I got diagnosed. He's like, okay. I was like, no, are you listening to me? Mm-hmm. He's like, yeah, I'm listening to you. I said, you gotta listen to me, because I don't know I didn't know. Everything matters. Everything matters, and I just had to calm down because I was getting frustrated, because I was like, my words, everything, I'm trying to teach you everything that I know. I'm trying to make sure you understand. Like I'm trying to give you everything that I got, because I don't know what's gonna happen with me, you know? And so I try to do that for all my kids best I can, you know? It's not perfect, all my kids don't live with me, but I talk to them, but I try to do best I can, be there for them. But it's just, you know, I just remember those things. And so that when you think about where's your outlook on life and all that, so it's just everything
matters.
Hey, how much is it to go to Europe? Oh, that credit card. F that credit card. Not that I'm not.
Yes, no, yes.
Yeah, you
that's
know
what I be on.
It's
and this would be like, no. We say, man, we don't know where we're going. We're going to Amsterdam.
Right.
And we staying in the expensive hotel.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, you know what?
And make sure Tam tells me she get that time off of work. And if she don't, take it anyway. We're going to go that stupid job.
And it's like that responsibly.
Right.
Nah. I know responsibly. Shut up. I'm going to Spain. You ain't going to whoop me. What's up?
Oh my God.
And I'm going to be on the ground. I'm not going to hide my post.
Whoop me though.
Right.
I'm going to keep my post up. I'm going to England.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
But that, you know what I mean? So it's like,
yes. Can we be done with this? Yes, everybody happy.
I made it through the transplant.
Dang, I'm so mad at Melissa. Oh my God.
Podcast for this damn AC.
Bye. Thank you guys.
Thank you
Jason's
for
healthy.
I'm healthy.
Dallas, we'll be there tonight. We're there tonight. Through the weekend. Friday's the only time we have tickets left. Bye.
Why am I here?
Turn this off.
You gotta watch it.
I don't know how many times. Did you turn it off?
Oh.
Turn it off.